Boca is in the area with the fissure available. Gets off a decent block, and the Bane forced to TP. And obviously no bottle refill available, as Stormer doesn't even have one yet. He actually came from the bot lane anyway, so wouldn't be able to refill it regardless. But Toby just gets destroyed. First blood for Aster.
Katomi's level 1. He might die too.
Yeah, I think he is definitely dead. Pops the wand. Of course, when I say that, full wand
21
of the tier 1 tower entirely. Does require 3 members of Aster though. And you can see bottom lane, a similar thing is happening, although Monet's the one that's actually caught off guard. TP's coming in, but the Centaur Stomp coming out. Nice grave from Siamese Cat, as Saberlight probably just forced to try to right-click through this. They do find Monet, but it's going to be the cost of Saberlight. And the Primal Split coming out will lead to a second kill for Aster. As Kataomi, oh, he gets lifted the last second by XXS. So the first Primal Split used to full effect, although Kataomi jumps to the high ground.
He got him,
he's
and now
stuck. Blocked in by the fissure. And it's going to be a slow death for him, one way or the other. Gets off some spells in the meantime, and a high five to boot. Ends up being a 1 for 3. They do get Monet, which is a very valuable kill, but again, costing you the position 1 Doom, and the offlane working on that Aghanim sub. So he actually went Vanguard and Hood, didn't end up disassembling, so just playing it safe. As Toby and company will get Fissure to start things out, but XXS gets off the Primal Split into an instant grip on the side of Entity, so punished completely as Aster lose their offlaner, and it looks like Siamese Cat will be next, although he's going to get his grave off. Likely will just delay the inevitable. There's nice 2 pickups for Entity, and likely will try to turn this into a tier 1 tower as well.
Yeah, they have the brew answers.
Major.
Yeah, we are in Arlington as well.
Yep, this is Texas, USA land. Fishman, he is all over the place, this guy. Look at the vision that they have. He gets the Nightmare off. Saberlight's here as well. You can see some reinforcements coming for Aster, but I don't know if this is going to be in time.
Oh, Doom the back line.
Dooming the Dazzle before the Grave can come out. They're going to find the DP, and Saberlight and Kataomi teaming up for the second kill, as Entity just outplaying Aster right now.
Fishman on this Bane with the baits and the setup.
But they can see that most of the members of Aster are here. They've already popped the Exorcism to get this tier 2 tower.
This
will get it successfully. Monet, Nightmare from the high ground, immediately taken off, and Monet is not scared of anybody, considering he is mega tanky and has the Aegis. Will in fact take the outpost in the face of Entity, but there's the Doom initiation onto the Brewmaster. He looks to be dead right off the bat of this fight, and the grip just completely segregating Monet from his team. That's going to be the first life for him, as one more right click should do it. And Ori forced to TP out as the Exorcism comes back, and now Monet completely surrounded. Avatos, Spirit Vessel applied, and Entity, even against an Aegis, just terrific fight.
Once again, Fishman, the absolute MVP of that fight. He sets up multiple wards.
Entity up in the air as Saberlight just trying to run away at this point to waste some time. Stun onto Toby. Force staff to the high ground, just barely makes it. Silence comes in from Ori, I should say. Obviously does not have the Exorcism to work with. Primal Split again goes off thanks to the Aghanim Scepter, as Toby getting gone on completely by Ori. That's the first death, but Doom applied to Ori himself. But the rest of Entity not able to really close the gap here. So the BKB from Saberlight used from defensive measure, as the Enchant Totem actually cancels the TP from Stormer, as a deny comes out onto Ori, who ends up dying to his team. Monet, though, ends up dropping. So nice pickup here from Entity, as they found 3, but Boca looks to be next on the list. So Entity kind of waiting out this Primal Split. They lose only Toby, and XXS without anything else to his disposal would be dropped as well. 7K lead for Entity. And despite not getting the initiation they were originally looking for, still come out on top of that fight.
Yeah, that was
and he is using Shadow Blade right now. So that's going to break things up for Aster, who get nothing out of it.
Stormstormer's actually
see it now. XXS, okay, might be going for this Bane as the Avatos comes in from Stormstormer, but the Enchant Totem immediately. Ori, he's going to get Infernal Bladed and Doom. He's just going to drop here in all likelihood. Gets that Lotus Silver off though. They're going to turn this around to Stormstormer instead. So Doom's still not off cooldown. So Aster able to get a valuable kill as the chase continues. So if Entity can try to defend this while this Exorcism is up, it might be a good time for them to go in. But Ori fully committing to the Roche. This is Roche number 2 with the Shard. It's Toby. He can see very clearly because of these wards. Gets off the Poison Nova. They're going to focus down Fishman to start this out, and he's dead.
No buyback.
No buyback. As Stormstorm gets a big avalanche toss onto Dazzle. So that is a dead support on both sides. Doom applied to Ori, who still has the Exorcism up. Trying to go to the high ground as Kataomi trying to finish him off in his own space as Monet. He's trying to get the Roshan. The Aegis finally gets picked up by him along with the Roche kill itself. And now he's just doing so much damage. Infernal Blade applied to him, but already 2 dead for Entity. The Aegis advantage for Aster. But this could be the end of the Aegis at the very least. Indeed it is. Now Saberlight Company might have to get out. Fissure onto the high ground. Shiva's is popping. It looks like Saberlight might be coming to an end here. He's going to get jumped now by Baboka to get this finishing move. So 3 kills for Aster. Obviously the Aegis was consumed, but still a 1-team fight in the end. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
But Entity with a 5K lead now. But Satanic online for Monet. And he is very farmed at the moment. And from XXS's perspective, obviously still working on the refresher as Stormstormer. He's going to get a quick pickup on Siamese Cat. But Saberlight pops the BKB. They have the Doom applied to the Brewmaster, so Entity winning this fight handily. But Baboka trying to get away, limping away right now, but being pursued by Saberlight. One more right click should do it if he gets off this Infernal Blade. Knowing that he's dead, he's just trying to expend all those spells. Monet, he's all alone right now, but TP's coming in. Avatos, Saberlight. Looking to finish off Monet, but he's going to find the distance here. Exo popped by Ori now. And Entity not afraid to continue on as Ashivas has popped the avalanche toss to follow.
He's dead.
Double toss, in fact, as Ori just drops. Big cooldown down, and 4 for nothing as Entity clean this up.
Man, XXS at the start of the fight, the moment this...
Sure.
I don't even know if he's gotten it off yet. It's kind of hard to notice.
Saberlight, the Doom comes out right off the bat, but it's reflected thanks to the Lotus Orb. And Bristle not afraid of this fight at all. And you can see the Echo Slam used by Baboka. Stormstorm with the BKB on the other side of the fissure. XXS finally gets off the Primal Split. Fishman is his target right now, but the Bristle's dead as Stormstormer finishes him off, but it's going to be a trade for his own life. But you can see damage being applied now to Ori, and he gets taken out relatively early in the fight as well. Toby continuing to get pursued by the Primal Split.
Nice save.
The Lotus Orb applied to him now. Now the XXS is ult.
I feel like he just wants to walk in, suicide, and then buy back.
Yep, potentially. And Kataomi likely have Nimbus here soon. Fissure coming out, not really doing too much. In fact, kind of blocking his own way a bit as the Primal Split is popped. Try to take out Fishman, this pesky Bane. It's been the bane of Aster's existence, and he will die. Does have buyback, though, as Toby does get off the Poison Nova. The Avalanche toss from Stormstormer, focusing on the Dazzle, but he's going to live. Siamese Cat gets off the grave on himself as Stormstormer now. He's the one that has to be careful, attempting the TP out, but double kill for Ori, takes him out. 3 dead for Entity, but they're going to buy back into this game as Saberlight falls as well. Will he expend his buyback? And Ori lives throughout the second Doom, and now Entity losing a big chunk of their lead here. And even the buyback on the Siamese Cat.
I think Aster probably wants to go fight
he
this.
actually brought back into the river. Spirit Vessel applied.
He's gripped. It's up again.
He is gripped, and the Avalanche comes out and cancels the fissure. That's 2 dead for Aster. They're going to be forced to buy back. Both do have them. Already, one comes out from XXS, and you can see...
Again.
Yeah, that would have been pretty rough. As Saberlight actually still wants to fight. Gets off Doom, but Lotus Orb is going to reflect a bit here. You can see Bristleback is more than healthy. Saberlight taking most of the damage as the Primal Split continue to kind of segregate this fight. Stormstormer coming with the Avalanche toss, but he's going to get crushed in the meantime, and Saberlight will die as well. They do have buybacks en masse, and they'll have to use them. Kataomi completely out of mana. Again, these Brew Spirits are doing whatever the hell they want. The Grave onto Brew, onto the Bristleback, but Monet is perfectly fine. Double kill for Baboka, and Aster starting to run away with this fight. 4 buybacks from Entity. The hairball comes out to slow for the backstab, and they need this to go flawlessly.
That is a Hail Mary.
Monet, they're going to see them thanks to the Thunder God's Wrath. Avalanche is there, but Monet already with the Lotus and the BKB. Saberlight trying to get off his ult. He does so successfully on the DP with the refresher to follow, but he's falling so low, he's going to be brought down. 120 seconds of no Saberlight. No buyback whatsoever as the Poison Nova comes out, but he's just dropped to his knees. Buyback now from Baboka. And Fishman in the trees. This looks to be the last-ditch effort for Entity as Stormstormer not going to get bashed by Monet, so does TP back successfully, but again, Nothing to fear from Aster because they have everything. Aegis, 2 Cheese, Refresher Shard, and only 2 enemies against them, and getting top 4 at this tournament.
There's no way they defend this. It's impossible with these 2 heroes alive. They're just going to go straight throne.
Yep, just focusing on the tier 4s now as Dazzle ends up dying here. The Stormer, but we'll buy back because they've kept all their buybacks at this point. And
That's
GG is called. Aster secures top 4 at the Arlington Major and drop Entity in the process.
Yeah, Entity, they went for the Hail Mary at the end there, but Aster, their positioning was too perfect. They had all of their heroes in the trees that could have been jumped in the back lines. They had their tankiest guy.